is Mary, and I am glad you are here with me for another month of Learning on the Go with Arapahoe Libraries. Let's sing our hello song one more time. Ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine. I hope that you are too. Bread and butter, jelly and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, jelly and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, jelly and jam. Let's say hello as quietly as we can. Bread and butter, jelly and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello! Great work. My fingers are starting to wiggle. My fingers are starting to wiggle. My fingers are starting to wiggle. And now so are my hands. My hands are starting to wiggle. My hands are starting to wiggle. My hands are starting to wiggle. And now so are my arms. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. My arms are starting to wiggle. And now so are my feet. My feet are starting to wiggle. My feet are starting to wiggle. My feet are starting to wiggle. And now so is my body. My body is starting to wiggle. My body is starting to wiggle. My body is starting to wiggle. Around and around and around. I would like to tell you a story now that is based on a book by the author and illustrator Brian Wan. And that book is called Hooray for Hat. And it's about Elephant. One day when Elephant woke up, he was grumpy. And then he heard a knock at his door. At the door there was, what is that? A present, a gift. Oh, thought Elephant, what could it possibly be? And he opened it up and inside was hats. He put them on and he couldn't feel grumpy anymore. So he said, hooray for hat. I will tell my friend Tortoise. So he went to Tortoise's house and he knocked on the door. But Tortoise said, go away, I'm grumpy. Elephant knew just what to do to help Tortoise feel better. What do you think he did? He gave Tortoise one of the hats. And Tortoise forgot all about being grumpy. And Tortoise said, hooray for hat. Let's go show Owl. So they went to Owl's house and knocked on the door. Go away, said Owl. I'm grumpy. What do you think they could do to make Owl feel better? That's right. They took off one of the hats and they gave it to Owl. Owl couldn't be grumpy after that. So Owl said, hooray for hat. Let's go show Lion. So they went to Lion's house and they knocked on the door. And Lion said, go away, I'm grumpy. So what do you think they could do to make Lion feel better? That's right. They gave Lion one of the hats too. Look at that hat on Lion. Isn't that fun? But they decided to go show Giraffe. But Lion said, oh, Giraffe is not feeling well. I can't be happy about having this beautiful hat when my friend Giraffe is sad. So they went to Giraffe's house. And what do you think they did? Let's see what they did. Can you guess what they're doing? Here's Giraffe. And they gave Giraffe all of the hats. And guess what they all said together? Hooray for hat! Do you think having a big pile of hats like that might make you smile? It might make me smile. Those are some silly hats. I like them. And what a nice thing to do for their friend, to give them hats and make them feel better. Did you notice, grown-ups, that we had some words here on the screen? This month we are building our print awareness, which means that little ones are starting to connect words and letters with the words that we say. So when I say hooray for hat, they're starting to connect these symbols with the sounds coming out of my mouth. So we can do that in lots of different ways, including running our finger under some words when we're reading a book together. We are going to sing a song now about some little ducks and one big duck. Can you count the little ducks with me? One little duck. Two little ducks. Three little ducks. Aren't they cute? And we also have one big duck in this song. Quack, quack, quack. Will you help me sing? Three little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Big duck said quack, 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 but only two little ducks came back. Quack? Where are they? Two little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Big duck said quack, 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 but only one little duck came back. Quack. One little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Big duck said quack, 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 but no little ducks came running back. Uh-oh. Well, sad big duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Big duck said quack, 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 and all those three little ducks came back. There they are. Quack, 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 quack. I think Big Duck might have to talk to them about coming back when they're called. Thank you for helping me sing that song. Nice job. This month in Learning on the Go, as I said, we are building our print awareness. Little ones are learning that those marks on the page or on signs or on lists or in letters are symbols that represent sounds, the letter and word sounds that we say. By exposing children to lots and lots of print, this skill can be built. They're also learning how print works. In books, we open the book at the front cover and we work from left to right in English. We also use print in different ways: to tell stories, to give directions, to remember things. And here are some great books that I love to help build print awareness. The first is called Toad by Toad, and it's written by Jawar Ahsan. It's a simple book with lots of big visible print. Toad goes to work helping people and their vehicles, but he neglects to take any help himself in the form of breakfast or lunch prepared by his dad. But when his own truck breaks down, he realizes he needs to ask for help too. Built to Last by Min Lay and Dan Santat is a wonderful celebration of friendship told through the story of two boys building out of blocks. Point out all the big sound words that appear on the page and read them aloud so your child can connect the words you say with the word on the page. And finally, the book you will receive in your mailed kit is called Everybody in the Red Brick Building, written by Anne Winter and illustrated by Oge Mora. One by one, everybody in the red brick building is awakened by a noise that begins with a baby crying. On each page, there are, again, big, noticeable sound words. Woo, wee, wee. Look at that one. And you can point those out and say them together. After you read together, talk about some other sounds you might hear at night and write them down for your child. Also in your kit this month, you will receive some word bubble, sticky notes, and a pointer finger on a stick. Use the sticky notes to label things around your house with a word or a letter for your younger children who are still just learning the alphabet. Write out all the letters and stick them on the wall. Call out a letter or a word and have your child use the pointer finger to point it out. To make it a game, see how quickly you can find the word, or if they're ready for it, ask them to find all the letters in their name, or make it into an I Spy game. I spy a word for something that is soft and furry. Cat. I hope you enjoy these things. Thanks again for joining me for this month's Learning on the Go with Arapahoe Libraries. I had fun. I hope that you did. Oh, my friends, my very special friends, I'm glad you're here today. Oh, my friends, my very special friends, I'm glad you came to play. We've had fun with books and songs and rhymes, and now it's time for us to say goodbye. Oh, my friends, my very special friends, I'm glad you're here today. See you next month. Bye.